here in the man cave, and I'm doing a follow-up video on the overheating issue that I had with my turbo timber evolution. Now understand, in that previous video I was giving a warning to pilots, and especially newer pilots, to don't cook your ESC in your turbo timber evolution. Now, when I discovered the issue, did what I normally do, is fly a plane and then fly a different plane for 5 or 6 minutes and then come back to that plane, then I probably would have never had a problem. And I always suggest, if you have two planes, always bring at least 2 planes with you. Fly one, let it rest, fly a different plane, and by the time you're done with that plane, go back to your first plane, and by then that ESC is cooled down, even if it's running hot, or you're like I am flying on hot Florida weather. But to alleviate all of that, and so I decided, went back to that real quick. If you don't only have one plane, wait about 5 or 6 minutes with the hatch off, let everything cool, and then try it again. It may not always be necessary, but it's just a good practice. It just help extend the life of your battery, your ESC, and your components and your motor and everything. So let's look at what I did do just to add a little extra cooling. Now here we have the belly of the Turbo Evolution. Now, as you can see, I've taken this little vent here and I've cut in at an angle, because the vent goes in at an angle, and cut the nice hole in there. And you can see where that piece of foam is, how thick that foam was. And I went in at an angle and cut that and just CA'd that in. And it goes in those louvers are angled, and they just draw the air straight in to the underside of the battery and over the top of the ESC. Now let me flip the model over and let me show you. Let me do this one-handed here. All YouTubers can feel my pain right now. Okay, let me show you. Take your hatch off, and then when you look, turn the model a little bit, and then when you look down in there, you can see that you can see those louvers, and that's drawing in there. That air ductwork is angled straight up at slightly at an angle to go hit the bottom of the battery, and will continue on over that ESC and then out that back vent on the belly. So that's just what I did. And what that was, these are little louvers that you more than likely they're about 1 inch by 2 inch, and they're out of a old crashed Marlin that I had, the side cheaters. Now, but I am sure you could go online and find a 3D printed something like that, but it's 1 inch by 2 inch, just little louvers that are angled in. You can maybe even make them out of a like when men who shave, and you got those inserts that your razors come in, you could use that piece. It's a little bit bigger, but that's the idea though. Or you could take the end of a plastic spoon and make a scoop or something. But that's just what I did, and I just wanted to share that with you. I hope this will give you some ideas, but this is what I'm doing. I'll take my temperature gauge with me out the field, and we'll see if that doesn't help me out. All right, well, thank you for watching. This is just from the shop with Fat Guy Flies RC. Bye-bye, y'all.